If the Las Vegas Raiders don't leave Tom McMahon in Denver, I might never watch this team ever again. Coming up here on today's show, we're going to get in our instant reaction after a 10-7 loss to the frickin' Denver Broncos. I mean, I'm glad the entire world got to see what the Pete Carroll, John Spytek Raiders look like, because that game is the epitome of what this Raiders team is underneath Pete Carroll and John Spytek. You got your special teams coach, Tom McMahon. There's a reason why this clown's been fired 6 times. It's because he's a terrible guy at his job. Let's just move on from him already. Let's talk about Daniel Carlson. Daniel Carlson, why doesn't he have to compete for his job? He's been horrendous this entire season. Leave his ass in Denver as well. Chip Kelly, I don't really want to pick apart Chip Kelly all that much because there were spots earlier in that game that opportunities were definitely could have been had. But how the hell does Brock Bowers only have 3 targets, Chip? I mean, you can't make it up to me. Like, we're talking about a team that's got the highest paid OC in the NFL, a head coach in Pete Carroll, and yet we look like we're worse than we were last season. And that's a really, really big problem. And I'll tell you this right now. I just want you all to express your anger down below. Let me know down in the comment section. What you're going to see today is a bunch of Raiders fans flipping the F out after yet again just another embarrassing performance by this organization. And I want to give credit to Patrick Graham. This defense played its freaking balls off tonight, and it's probably a little bit of a combination between Bo Nix and the Broncos are the worst 8-2 football team I've ever seen in my entire life, and a mix of just this Raiders offense just being bad. I do want to give some flowers to Geno Smith for trying to thug it out. Clearly not healthy, dealing with some sort of quad injury. We'll see if he ends up playing. But Pete Carroll, I mean, you know, you got Jack Besh making mistakes. You got Dante Thornton Jr. making mistakes. These guys look like rookies that, you know, haven't played a lot. It's probably because you haven't made them active all that much. But if there's one thing that I hope Pete Carroll has the balls to be able to admit is that you really missed JPJ tonight. And I hope that JPJ is all right dealing with some sort of ankle injury. But man, oh man, this is what the Raiders look like. The Raiders are a bad team. I don't know how you have any hope at all if you're a Raiders fan in this organization, because when you have a coaching staff that's got this much NFL experience and your football teams looks this bad week in and week out, it's because your coaches aren't good coaches. And Mark, I know you probably don't want to hear it again, but I don't have any confidence at all that Pete Carroll and this regime is going to get it done. Quite frankly, I think the only way you're going to be able to give me any confidence is if you tell Pete Carroll to back it up a little bit and let John Spytek start calling more of the shots, because this is tough to watch, Mark. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's go to Javier Gomez. Okay, I'm pissed. Could have won this game easily. You could have won this game easily. But this is the epitome of when a coaching staff is washed up and you got a bunch of players that are also pretty damn as well washed up. I mean, when you talk about mistakes on offense, mistakes on special teams, and I think every freaking special teams play tonight was a mistake. But you had opportunities in the first half, and bad teams find ways to lose. And guess what? The Raiders are a bad team. Patrick Graham should be the interim head coach. For the rest of these clowns should be fired. If the Raiders fired every coach on this team right now, I wouldn't be upset. And I think that that's just kind of the state of the Raiders. And, you know, if Mark's just going to keep on hiring old guys that are washed up, I hope at least that they use soap. Carlos, I don't know why anybody wouldn't be Team Tank at this point. The reason why you can't be Team Tank is because you have to be able to show teams. When I say teams, I mean agents, players, coaches, that you're moving in the right direction. Because why would any player want to play for Pete Carroll right now? Why would any agent want his client to sign with us? And at the same time, why would any coach want to come coach for us? Because I would never want to coach Geno Smith, right? I would never want to coach this team. And I say that because you got a bunch of players that are just from all these different organizations, different regimes, different draft classes. We look totally lost, totally confused. And like I said, I've covered this team for a long time, and I actually think I would take Josh McDaniels' regime over this Pete Carroll regime. And I hate to say it, but I think it's the truth. Raiders 1175. Pete needs to resign. There's nothing that would make me happier, and I mean it. If Pete Carroll resigns from the Las Vegas Raiders, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I mean it, and I'm not kidding you. I would go live for 27 straight hours if Pete Carroll resigned from the Raiders. I'm just that over it. And not that I expect much difference. I hope that they prove me wrong, and I really do hope that they prove me wrong. But I feel like it would just show me that this team gives a shit about trying to win in the future, and that's my deal. If Pete Carroll resigns, I'll go live for 27 straight hours on the Raiders Report. And if you don't believe me, hit that subscribe button. I already went live for 26 straight hours when the Raiders fired Josh McDaniels. We got more fans interacting and showing how upset they are about this entire regime and about this entire team. And quite frankly, there's nothing more valuable in life than time. And this Raiders coaching staff, Pete Carroll's run out of time. And quite frankly, I feel like that we're running out of time here. But you know what? I do want to give a huge shout out to our sponsor tonight, Prize Picks. I love Prize Picks, and if it wasn't for them, I don't even know if I would have watched this game. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right, that's never getting old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Follow other Prize Picks players directly on the app. Copy their lineups in one click, whether it's a friend, a celebrity partner, or just someone who picks you like. Hit the follow button and check out every lineup they create in the feed tab on Prize Picks. My lineup clearly didn't happen tonight. And, I probably should learn that I should stop going Moors in Raiders games because of how pathetic this Raiders offense is underneath Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, and this entire offensive staff. But I'm a hopeful Raiders fan, and I wake up every single Raiders game day, and I bring 110%. Someday this team will do the same thing. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. You know what else feels good being right on? I said Pete Carroll was going to be the most difficult hire you could have picked because you got to get not only one hire but two right. Spoken. It's hard to watch our offense is a joke. AOC time. It's going to be a conversation this week with Geno Smith's injury. Kenny Pickett came in for literally one snap. Didn't really do anything. Geno tonight was 16 of 26. Touchdown. The interception's not on him. I'll tell you this right now. I will defend Geno Smith in this game because his stat line should have been a lot better. The Raiders' offense should have done a lot better. And, you look at a really costly Dante Thornton Jr. drop. Kind of looks like a rookie that got benched that doesn't have any confidence. Yes, the player needs to make a play, but if you're a coach, though, you also need to know. If there's a glass half full here, I thought Tyler Lockett looked pretty good tonight. I'd like to see him get involved a little bit more. This is the most inexcusable stat line of the night. I don't know how Brock Bowers has one catch for 31 yards. I don't know how he only has 3 targets. And the answer is Chip Kelly. The answer is Geno Smith. The answer is this offense. But it's a fireable offense that Brock Bowers had 3 targets. But it's really hard to win in the NFL when your quarterback doesn't trust anybody. It's really hard to win in your NFL when you lose 2 starting offensive linemen with already a bad offensive line. But John Spytek, I hope that you realize that Alex Kappa's freaking garbage. I hope that also we realize that it's time to play Charles Grant, Caleb Rogers. I would rather you play those guys instead of Alex Kappa, who's just horrendous, or Will Putnam. Those guys are not the future. Play the guys you drafted in the 3rd round. Bear, Will Putnam at guard. Yeah, again, man, it's really hard to win in the NFL when your coaching staff is bad. And this coaching staff is so bad from top to bottom. I mean, you got... And I mean it. I literally, you hurt yourself in so many different areas tonight. You should have won this game. Denver played probably the worst game of the season. They played their F game. And if there's one glass half full, this type of loss really is going to hurt Mark Davis. It's going to hit him in his heart because the entire world got to see that yet again, Mark, you hired the wrong guy. Trick. Both are bad. Isaac, what's going on, man? Thanks, Mitch. I got the package. Isaac, shout out to you and Isaac Hernandez. Bang! Mr. J! Need some F-bomb fizzles for Mr. Mitch Renzel. I'll tell you what, I feel like Snoop Dogg right now, as banged up as I am right now. Corey, got to really bring in Cam Miller. You can't do that. Cam Miller's not better than any quarterback we have on this roster. If you're going to try anybody different, honestly, I'm at the point where if you want to start Aiden O'Connell, I'm okay with it. Because I'm at the point where that's what fans want. And if fans want Aiden O'Connell, let's give the fans what they want. Because you're not going to give them what they want on the field. Jacob, Mitch, genuine question. Will we ever be good, man? I like to think yes, and I'm a hopeful Raiders fan. And I mean, I'm a hopeful fan. But Mark Davis, I mean this when I say this. Until you hire me, I don't know if you're going to have success because nobody on this planet knows this team better than I do. And you hire guys that might have the resume where they used to be. I don't give a shit about where guys used to be. I want a guy that wants to make his legacy with the Raiders, and there's not a person on this planet that wants to make their legacy more than I do for the Las Vegas Raiders. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. DMV, offense full of rookies, you will get flags and drops. I hear you. But the other frustrating part is, like, you're not playing those rookies. You're not letting them learn. And, you know, Jack Besh and Dante Thornton tonight, I wonder if they wouldn't be healthy scratches. I wonder if you would have given them a little bit more playing time. I wonder if Dante Thornton Jr. and Jack Besh got more experience if we win this game. And I say that because of the amount of drops Dante had, the amount of pick plays, right? Like the Jack Besh holding. Like, if our rookies, week 10 of the NFL shouldn't be looking like rookies anymore. But they're looking like rookies because when you look at a game like today, I think it's because they're poorly coached. I mean, you can't watch this game today and think the Raiders are properly coached. You can't watch it. And Mark, you can't watch it. Pete, you can't watch it. Chip, you can't watch it. PG, you can't watch it. Rob Leonard, you can't watch it. Greg Olsen, you can't watch it. There's not a person on the planet that can watch the Raiders tonight and say that we're a well-coached team. And when you know that you're a bad, poorly coached team and you draft 11 players, you got 10 draft picks next season, like, I don't want to waste a really good opportunity to be able to retool this team because we got coaches that just don't know this roster. And you got a bunch of coaches right now that look like they're just cashing it in because their legacy's already been made. Chip Kelly's going to go to the Hall of Fame of some sorts. Pete Carroll's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame of some sorts. I want a coach that wants to make his legacy with the Raiders, him or her. Phil, I would stay live with you for 27 straight hours. And I know people would. I mean it. I'm going to tweet it out, man. If Pete Carroll is not the head coach of the Raiders in 2026, I will celebrate by going live for 27 straight hours. There you go. Jerry, just like Mark Davis used Las Vegas as a business move to make a lot of money, I'm now comfortable selling every one of my tickets to make a profit. Business move. I'm with you, Jerry. You know, I mean this as a Raiders fan. I hope that you guys don't go to Monday Night Football against the Cowboys because it's Monday Night Football. It's the biggest stage that you get, right? There's no bigger stage. I know how Mark thinks. And if nobody goes to that game against the Cowboys and it's all Cowboys fans, you'll get your message across. And I mean, if I'm a Raider fan, you'd have to pay me money to go. You'd have to pay me money to go. If we have JPJ the whole game we win, I can't say that because our special teams unit was never be able to prove you anything otherwise. I don't know if our defense would have got stops when it mattered the most. But I don't know if that would have happened, in all honesty, because of just how pathetic this team is. And I love Raider Nation, and I wish I could be a lot happier, man. You know, like I really, 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 truly mean it. But I mean this. There's not a person on this planet that knows this team better. There's not a person on this planet that would do half the shit that I do. There's not a person on this planet that deserves a job more with the Las Vegas Raiders to get this team back on the track than I do. And I don't give a shit what anybody says. You pull them up here, I'm going to run laps around them. And I hope that one day I get the opportunity to do it. Because I'm going to tell you this right now, I'm going to go for Raiders jobs in the future. I'm putting my name in the ring. If you want to know when I'm going to be live for the rest of this week, I am going to be live tomorrow. And I'll tell you this right now. I might go live earlier in the day tomorrow, and we might just turn this into a shit show. I'm not kidding you. If you guys are down to turn tomorrow into a shit show, I'll turn this 2 to a 12. I'll turn that 2 to a 12. If y'all are down to get down tomorrow, I know it's late tonight, and I'm already really effing banged up, and I know that. If y'all are down to get down tomorrow for a shit show, for a true let's effing vent about it sesh, I'm freaking down, man. I'm down. If this video gets 2,000 likes, if we get 5 more bangs on tonight's live show, I'm turning that 2 into an effing 12, and we're going to go balls to the wall tomorrow, and we're going to keep on venting about this team because there's a lot, and I mean a lot to vent about. If you don't know when I'm going to be live, take a screenshot, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and be ready to go tomorrow because I'm telling you this right now, I'm bringing it.